What does whiteness mean to white people? American racial discourse has four principal white characters. On the far right end, you've got the guy white people picture when they hear the word racist. Your Klansman, your neo-Nazi, your suit and tie ethno-nationalist. This guy knows he's a racist, and he's proud of it.
Hell the fuck
Next
no.
to the white supremacist, you've got the white collaborator. The politician, public figure, or businessman who does not agree with the white supremacist on paper, but will seek out their votes, attention, or money.
Hell
Next
the
to the
fuck
collaborator,
no.
you've got the white moderate. People who ostensibly believe in racial justice as an end goal and are somewhat committed to bringing it about, but only with the cooperation of the white collaborator. It
Hell
wouldn't
the
be fair
fuck no.
to do it without their consent, you see, and thus the white moderate spends a lot less time opposing collaborators than appealing to their better natures. They tend to operate on behalf of people of color rather than with them. Plainly put, the cost of doing business maneuver is this group using this group to attack this group using people of color as their weapon of choice. It is white supremacy in the form of three groups of white people fighting amongst themselves. Finally, on the far opposite end, you have the honest-to-goodness anti-racist, where the racist will support white supremacy, the collaborator uphold white supremacy, and the moderate seek to reform white supremacy. Only the anti-racist is trying to get rid of it.
Little did he know who he was going against. The corporate, on 28th May 2022, pulled over a teenager who had apparently given him the middle finger.
Why you giving me the finger? What? What's your problem? What? Why you giving me the finger?
I'm walking away.
Huh?
Am I free to go?
Why you giving me the finger?
Am I free to go?
No.
For
Come here.
what reason?
Why you giving me the finger? What's your problem?
Am I free to go?
No.
What,
What's
do you
your
have a
name?
problem?
No.
Do you have a problem?
No.
You don't have a problem, then I can leave.
Why you giving me the finger when you're walking? Huh? Come here. Get over here.
What?
Get over here.
Is that a lawful order?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Because you're giving me the finger.
That's legal.
No, it isn't.
Says who?
Says it all.
Pull up the law.
Huh?
Pull up the law.
What's your name?
What's the law?
What's your
What's
name?
the law?
What's your name? How
What's the
old
law?
are you?
Not long after the interaction started, we can see that this teen is sure to stand his ground against the officer. Corporate Pritch then says it's illegal to give him the middle finger and he could detain the young man for doing so. He finally decides to let him go, but the teenager then gives him the F word, which seems to have got on his nerves.
Whatever. What?
You heard me.
Come here.
I'm afraid of you.
Come here. Get over here.
What?
Get over here.
I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, you are. You just cursed me off.
The collaborator finds value in this relationship because, regardless of one's position on it, racism works. A police officer may not be personally racist, but when it's the end of the month and they need to hand out a few more tickets to make quota, it's safest to do so in a low-income neighborhood where the average driver can't make their life hell by hiring a lawyer. And due to decades of racist redlining, most low-income neighborhoods are disproportionately black and Latine, so... And a prison warden may not be personally racist, but white people are approved by jury selection more often than people who think the justice system itself is racist, so black and Latine people are the easiest to jail, and private prisons get more funding when they're full, so...
That's not a crime.
Yes, it is.
Says who?
Says me.
Says who?
Turn around. Come on.
Bro, that is not a crime.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Why you cursing me?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
Help! Help!
No help.
Help! Help!
As the teen shouts for help, Pritch soon turns off his body cam, only to turn it back on after another unit arrives on the scene. Now, the action of turning off the body cam by the officer is a real crime.
Because you're acting strange.
What? That's not legal.
It is legal. He's allowed to
Who is
detain
this
you
kid?
until he performs his
So what am I
investigation.
doing though? What am I doing that made him detain me? What legal
Every
right?
time I rode by him twice, he shot me the finger. So I turned around and said, "Well, you're
Is that a crime?
problem?"
Hold
Then
on
he
a
tells
second.
me
That's not a
This is
crime.
causing public
And then
service.
he
That's
tells
not,
me to
no, that's not a
to
crime.
F off, pig.
Yeah, no, big. That's not a crime. That's not a crime. He's looking at you because he's like, what the f do you want me to do? Because it's not a crime. I know my rights.
He asks the teen to identify himself, which is again incorrect on the officer's part, as the teen is well within his rights to not identify himself for the illegal detainment.
Why are you shooting me the finger? Why are you...
Is that illegal?
Why are you f***ing bird? Yes, it is. When you are cursing in public, you are causing a public disturbance. You're being a nuisance to the public.
In what way? When he was driving past? Well, I'd like to see you guys prove it in court.
It's called causing a public disturbance.
I know the law.
By being a nuisance.
I know the law.
I'm not saying you're being charged with anything. At that
I'm
point,
just
he's
figuring out
detaining
what's
you
wrong with you.
to make sure that there is nothing wrong.
Make sure you're okay.
Make sure that you're okay.
What reason does he need to detain you?
He thought maybe he thought you were signaling him down. Were you signaling to him?
No, you knew very well that I wasn't signaling to you, right? I wasn't signaling to you.
You bring attention to yourself.
That's not signaling.
Your action's strange. I'm making sure you're okay.
Dude, that's so funny. Like, you're not here for my safety. You're not trying to protect
How
me.
do you know?
You're walking on the side of the road and you're cursing and you're flipping the bird.
Once at him. I gave him the finger once. That will not hold up.
Do you know him? Do you know him?
It's not your business. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth then. What's the First Amendment for?
Okay. The First Amendment is for your freedom of speech. Okay.
Okay.
What does that have to do with
Was I making a call
gestures?
to action? Am I calling for an action to be done against you?
Do
No.
you understand that it is? Listen.
That's illegal.
It's behavior that's out of the ordinary. Clearly, if you stopped all the way back there, I'm assuming you guys were back there and you just
We
continued
went
to
back
walk.
a bit further
You
back.
just continued to walk.
I wasn't running. I was walking.
Once he
So
gives an order
let's
for you
be
to
honest here.
stop, you're supposed to stop.
I did stop when he originally said it, but I was asking, is it illegal? Is it a lawful?
and he took off.
Yeah, because I kept walking because you weren't pursuing at the first. You only started pursuing because I
So
said you big. That's when
listen.
you got a little upset.
We're here at this point now. Okay. You've brought the attention to yourself. You caused the public alarm.
Well,
What
I'd like
we
to
are
see
doing-
you legally hold
now
that
what we
in
are
court
doing,
because
I'm not charging you with anything, so I
Well,
don't
I
legally
would-
need to hold anything in court.
well, I want to know from your perspective.
I
What was I
pulled up onto the
what-
scene, so you tell me what you were doing.
To bring you attention.
I plead the fifth. You idiot. How long have you been a cop? 6?
Longer than you.
Listen,
Longer than you. I'm not a cop.
I don't understand what the point of this is.
I'm walking. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's the Fourth Amendment to be allowed to walk without seizures or anything like that.
You
Which
sure?
is
Are you
yes.
sure that's the Fourth Amendment? You
You want
sure?
to bet money on it?
You sure that's for the Fourth Amendment? It gives you the right to walk without seizure. What's going to be seizured while you're walking?
My body, my person, idiot.
Oh my God! Wow!
You were about to.
Listen.
He said I was going to be under arrest. He
He
said
said you were
I said
detained.
stop.
He
No,
said you were
or you're
detained.
gonna be arrested.
So now what
Yeah,
happens?
so
now what happens?
he just admitted that
now
he was
what
going
happens
to
is when
arrest
he
me.
gives you a lawful order to stop, and you do
It
not
wasn't a
stop.
lawful order, though.
And you do not stop.
It legally was not a
and
lawful
you
order.
do not stop, then that becomes a criminal offense, and then yes, you can be put under
But
arrest.
it's not a lawful order. Then I take it to court, and then he'd get sued, and I get
Maybe.
punitive damages. I'd be rich. Is that what you want?
That
Oh,
may,
you don't know the
that
law,
may be
buddy.
what happens.
You don't know
if
the
you
law.
think that's going to happen.
Okay, I'm gonna need all of your badge numbers.
I will give you everything written down on a card. What is your
I can
name?
give you.
If you have an ID, that's perfect.
Am I? Okay. I'll take it to court
you have
because
an
this
ID,
is
that's
still a detainment.
Are you a juvenile?
This is an illegal detainment,
Are
so
you
I
a
can
juvenile?
still. I'm not going to answer that.
You have to answer.
Why?
Because you're being detained.
I said I'll give you my ID, buddy. He's such a big bro.
Situation. Okay?
Appreciate it.
If you have any problems or anything, and you want to come down, you want to talk to somebody, our supervisors are always there as well. Okay?
Well, I'm gonna
And
take
you
a
can do
lawsuit.
that.
So who would I press criminal charges against? What?
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to
who's
call.
up?
You're gonna have to call and figure that out with a lawyer. You would have to
Yeah.
file a complaint with the courts.
Got it.
Okay, and then you can go from there if you want to see if you can press charges and whatnot if
Perfect.
you violated your rights.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Stay
All
on
right,
the
am I
roadway.
free to go?
Don't give us fingers.
Shut the up.
Stay out of the roadway.
Fatality.
Stop causing a public alarm.
Dude, shut the up.
Fatality.
Am I
You're free to go.
Stop cursing. Go.
You're free to go.
This is a lesson to the officers to be well informed of the laws they're supposed to be protecting.
And it's worth mentioning, cops fuck with protesters less when some of them are white. It's also worth mentioning racism affects 58% of the working poor, so there can be no class solidarity that doesn't address it. This isn't who needs to win. This is who needs to win. And if you're white, you need to be over here.
What up, people? You don't see a lot of this person right here. You don't see a lot of these. A lot of times they try to take the approach of, well, I just don't see color. I'm just not looking at things like that. Whether you black or you white, racism, and especially what we say when we mean racism a lot of times as black folks, systemic racism, not just somebody said something mean, has been around It's bigger than white folks. It's something that's been around. And some people take advantage of it and some people benefit from it. So some people like they mayonnaise. They like, you know, we want more mayo, not less mayo. You know, that's what we in Mac world call racism. We just call it mayonnaise, you know. You always wonder, like, is anybody gonna take their mayo and spread it on the bread of injustice, damn it. You know what I'm saying? I need you in the position you in to do what you can to address the problem. He weaponized the fuck out of his white privilege against the police. Ah, shit. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. You know, it was good for the mayonnaise goose, good for the mayonnaise gander. They better know when to knock. Allies need to learn when to knock, and he definitely learned. He definitely got the assignment. He knew when to knock. He knew when to show up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's do it. Go and grab him a plate. Let's get it. It's your boy Mac, man. Like and subscribe. And look out. See who invited to the cookout. I'm out.